Hi everyone, welcome back to the EV Puzzle. If it's your first time here, thank you for joining us. My channel, the EV Puzzle, is all about the journey to choose and find an electric car, to move from a petrol or diesel car to an electric car, and the hurdles and the questions and the thoughts that you find along the way, and also more recently about acquiring solar panels and how that helps with charging your electric car. But today's video isn't about that. Today's video is about the numbers and about YouTube. What I want to do, because I like to present honestly and openly, I want to share the numbers with you. And for those that are interested, what does it take and how do you go about monetizing your YouTube channel, and how much money do you make? I've been doing this for just over a year now. I've got 3,864 subscribers. I've had about 900,000 views in total so far on my channel, and that equates to 4 million watch minutes. Somebody's been watching my videos for 4 million minutes. I find that number absolutely incredible. It's roughly about 500,000 viewing minutes every 90 days, every 3 months. But if you want to monetize your channel, what you actually need is to, one, apply to YouTube to have it monetized. Then there are some criteria that have to be triggered, which are 1,000 subscribers at the moment and 250,000 watch minutes, both over a 365-day period. When you've achieved those, Google and YouTube put you through an application process. They review your videos, make sure you haven't got any copyright infringements in there, those sort of things, and then they consider whether you can be monetized or whether you can't. If you've met the criteria and you don't have any problems with your videos, they approve you. For me, that took about a month after I met the 1,000 criteria and 250,000 watch minutes, and then you have to wait another month after that approval process for them to start billing. And when they bill, you basically go through a month of viewing, then they work out what your billing is. Then you go through a second period where they challenge those in some way and rectify them and sort those numbers out so that they are absolutely correct. Because it's not just about billing you, it's about receiving the income from the people that are advertising, as well as paying you for showing those adverts on your videos. So they basically do the balancing, the reconciliation. And then after that process, you get paid, and they basically just pay you online through a backs payment, and it's very, very easy. It's not a problem at all. When you first do it and you first get approved, you wonder how long it's going to take, and you just have to be really patient that it is that extra month to wait after the application is approved, then another month to wait for the billing to start, and then another month to actually receive the money. So once you've gone through that process, it's then every month. If, of course, you stop producing videos and your subscribers or viewing minutes drop down below the threshold, then I presume your channel completely drops out of being monetized. For me, I started the channel in about April 2018, and it became monetized around late August, September time in 2018. So for me, it took 4 to 5 months to reach the criteria to be approved. That coincided with the purchase of my electric car. So it was an electric car that nobody else had in the country. It was quite a big thing, so a lot of people were interested in it, and that's where my peak viewing came and peak interest on gaining more subscribers, etc., around that late 2018 period. How much has it cost me to set up this channel? Probably about £900 worth of equipment. So that's new phone for using for these videos. I'm recording on a Huawei P20 Pro camera at the moment. I've invested in a couple of action cameras. I've invested in some tripods, some camera mounts, some car camera mounts, a sound recorder. Let's see if we can have a quick look. Yeah, a Tascam sound recorder, which, to be honest, sometimes I just use the sound off the video with the mobile phone. It's normally quite good. Sometimes, like today, I'll have the sound recorder and record it also. But you've got the challenge of taking the two files, merging them and syncing them, and depending on which software you use, sometimes that's easy, sometimes it's not, sometimes it takes too long. The more software and the more expense you go to, obviously the quality improves. And yeah, if the quality improves, viewing does improve also. But for me, that's not my priority. As you can see, for how I am today, presentation is not the most important thing on my agenda. It's the content, and that's what I'm interested in, and portraying a complete honest everyday person's view of what's going on. It's not intentional that I'm avoiding the presentation side, it's just who I am. So I present genuinely who I am, and that seems to go down okay. So if I've spent £900 so far to set the channel up, how much income have I actually generated in that year of being monetized? And the answer so far, $1,634. So that's £1,200. So yeah, I've made a profit, but £300 for all of the work that's gone into the videos is pennies per hour. I do not do this for the money. It does not pay an income, but I've only been doing it a year, and each video as you produce it keeps earning money. It's only cents, it's only pence for every video every month, the old ones, but they all add up. When you start to have hundreds and hundreds of them, they do all add up because they're always on there, and your back catalogue keeps earning money. So the longer you do it, the more money you earn. The longer you keep going though, the more you invest in the quality and the more you improve. Can you make an income from it? Well, of course you can, but you've got to be good enough, your topic's got to be right, and you've got to have the right enthusiasm to do it. Will this channel ever be a full-time income for me? No, absolutely not. This is a curiosity, it's a hobby. It pays its way for what I spend on producing the videos. I did try the Patreon route because that sort of route pays more money than the Google advertising, but to be honest, it felt odd and wrong to me. It felt like I was begging. It felt like I'd have to do a video to say, please donate, please send some money, otherwise I can't produce these videos. I'm a starving YouTuber. Now I know that's not the reality. The reality is there are lots of people out there that are watching, and they're watching for free, and they're happy to contribute to the production of your channel because they like to subscribe and like to see the content. So it's not all about getting the income, it's about being happy with what you do. And for me, I wasn't happy on Patreon, so as soon as I started having a few patrons and they were paying money, I realised it wasn't for me, and I realised I didn't like it, so I stopped and I refunded them all the money. So Michael, for example, if you're watching this, I'm sorry I cancelled your Patreon subscription. It's nothing personal, it just didn't feel right. It's not what I wanted to do. I don't want to necessarily earn money from this channel, but it's nice to have some to cover the costs, and what I get from YouTube and Google pretty much does that. So per video, well, I've produced 164 videos in this period, so that's a year and a couple of months. That's a lot, 164 videos. I used to produce 2, sometimes 3 times a week in 2018, and since 2019 I'm probably only doing 1 a week at the moment, so my volumes have dropped. It's not my enthusiasm level, it's just what fits in with my life at the moment, and there's a lot going on, so whether that increases or whether it stays at this level, I'm not quite sure at the moment. I was planning to do a branch off channel called Charging Around Britain, but due to, shall we say, family circumstances, that's had to go on hold. So 164 videos. Now, what are they? Well, some of them are just short videos where I can hold the camera up while I'm out walking and just do a ad-lib piece on a comment or an opinion on something, and that's very, very easy. Sometimes it's a full test drive of a car, so I've had a car in from a manufacturer or on a test drive from a dealership, and I have a whole day with it, so there's lots of filming, lots of camera angles, lots of thought goes into it, and hours and hours of video content to edit afterwards. And sometimes that editing doesn't just take hours or days, sometimes it takes weeks, not just the duration but the actual time that you're spending on it. Some of the videos, and they're not the ones that earn the most money, some of the videos take a huge amount of time to actually produce. So there is a bit of a trick to it. There's no rhyme or reason as to why some videos earn more than others. Some videos that have earned the most for me have been the shortest and easiest to produce. They've been knocked out extremely quickly. The ones that have put the most amount of effort into it definitely have not been the ones that have earned the most money. So if you're thinking about going into YouTube for the money, I'm sure there is an answer to it, and I would suggest it's doing it in one take. Getting your videos out onto a media and getting it with good video quality, good sound, and not having to edit too much. So, I mean, if you could actually do it live, even better, no editing whatsoever. And there are people out there producing content that is just live, and they do it in one take, and it's it's perfectly adequate. It's really good. So you don't have to do all this editing. If you've got the skill to know what you're talking about and to plan it in ahead, especially to write some notes, all those sort of things, it is possible to do it in one take. For me, I ad-lib most of it. I start thinking about it in my mind. I think what I want to say. I rehearse it a few times. I'll get the camera out and I'll go for it. And often, after say an hour of doing the video, I'll throw it all away and do it all again. I should do more pre-planning and scripting, etc. And probably I could be a bit better at it. But you know, I'm not a professional. I don't want to be a professional. I want this to work for me. So gradually I'm getting better and better, and I think I'm spending less time editing. But it does take a lot of time. It is the worst part of doing these videos. The video that has paid the most so far is $132.48. That's the highest, the best video I've produced. I couldn't tell you exactly how long I'd spent producing that single one, but some of the lowest video earners have been about $5. The most successful video that I've ever done was the strangest, really. I had an hour spare, or even half an hour spare, on Christmas morning, and I wanted to do a video on what it was like defrosting an electric car. So I quickly, while nobody was noticing, popped out to the car, sat in the car on my own while it was completely frosted over, and set up a camera and defrosted it. And of course, being an electric car, it only took a couple of minutes to defrost. And the camera angles that I did and the voiceover that I did for it was so fast. I actually uploaded it, I think, on the same day, and that has been my most watched video. I cannot believe that something as simple as a car defrosting has been that watchable. So whether it was how quickly I produced it, it was just easy to watch, or whether it was the timing of when I produced it, I have no idea. I don't know why that video was watched so much. So if you're thinking about producing a YouTube channel and adding content, don't be afraid. It's not difficult. Obviously, when you first start, you're going to be a little camera shy, shall we say. You're not going to be very experienced with your camera angles and your lighting and your sound, but you can improve on that and you will get feedback. Yep, you do get a lot of feedback on your videos, and it can be a little annoying when you produce a video and it's the content you're more concerned with, and someone says there's a little bit of booming sound on the video, could you change that in future? Because they're listening on their headphones. And well, you can't cater for everyone, you can't cater for everyone's sound system, so you have to ride through those little bumps, listen to what people are saying, because sometimes you get some good tips about what you can do to improve, but sometimes you just can't please everyone, so you've just got to crack on and do your thing. And that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to go and make a coffee now and have some lunch. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care and see you again soon. I hope you enjoyed that, and if you did, click like and go on, subscribe. You never know, there might be another video you like coming up soon. See you again soon. Bye-bye.